Welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping in. I like to do videos on canning and baking, and I love vintage recipes from my family. And today, I'm gonna make cranberry sauce. Thanksgiving's just around the corner, and I made some that, who knew it was that easy and that good? I made it last week, and I had one jar that didn't seal, and this is what's left. That's it. So we are really enjoying it. I love it on sandwiches and in recipes. And of course, you know, Thanksgiving's next week. So here it is. This batch doesn't have whole berries in it. I did puree it with a immersion blender. Oh my gosh. And that's probably what I'm going to do this time too. And it will have some orange zest in it. It is simple. It is cheap. I got these cranberries for 99 cents a bag. And there was a special. If you bought 3 bags, you got $2 off. I could only use that one time, but bought 9 bags, and instead of it being like $9, it was $7. So, and cranberries can be thrown in your freezer too and used later for juicing, for jams, for jellies, for sauces. I have heard and read that sometimes the pectin's not as good once they're frozen. It's still good, but not as good. I was amazed by how these gel up, that pectin is this easy, and I mean, that is nothing added. No boxed pectin or liquid pectin or anything. So that's cool to me. So I thought I'd bring you along as I am making cranberry sauce in case any of you want to make it, since next week is Thanksgiving. And I'm going to make another one that's a cranberry port jelly, and I will video that too. And I'll be using some in recipes. I mean, my favorite way to use these is on a sandwich. I just love it. But there's other ways. So I'm going to bring you down. First thing I need to do is wash 4 cups of these berries. Rinse them off and sort through them. If there's any that are squishy or icky looking, get rid of them. So I'm gonna go wash these and get 4 cups ready to be used, and I'll be right back. So here they are, washed and 4 cups. I only had 2 that looked kind of icky. Can you see? Like that's dark and squishy there. So the first step is to put these into a pot. And then we add 1 cup, only 1 cup of water. So I'm gonna go get 1 cup. I sorted through and found a few more. I'm going to add this water. And now we're going to turn the burner on underneath this, and they'll start popping and making noise when they heat up. The skins burst. And the only other things we need to add then, once it comes to that point, is 2 cups of sugar and the zest of 1 orange. So I'm gonna zest my orange. So here's the orange, and I am just going to zest it. This doesn't go in until the very end. It smells so good. And the cranberry sauce doesn't come out tasting really orangey, but it just gives it some depth of flavor and an extra pop. And it is totally optional. So I'm gonna keep zesting this and waiting for the popping to start. So you can hear them starting to pop. So I'm gonna keep stirring them until they are soft and they have mainly burst, and then we will mash. Well, I'm going to actually take my immersion blender and blend them up, and then we will add in the sugar and the zest. They're starting to split even more. They are really popping now. And I'm able to press them and squish them with the back of the spatula. Oh, there one pop like popcorn. So I'm gonna get my immersion blender. I think we are there where I can start pureeing it all up. Okay, I turned the heat down right now, and I'm going to puree this all up. Turn the heat down. This is already extremely thick. I might even add some more liquid to this. But the sugar should melt and change that. Here's the 2 cups of sugar and the zest of 1 orange. Stir that. We want that sugar to dissolve. I'm going to come back with the immersion blender too. My stove is all splashed. I think last time I made it in a deeper pan. Oh well, it washes off. Oh, this looks so good. The color is just magnificent. I am going to let this come to a boil and boil it for 3 minutes. You want it to like sheet on the back of a metal spoon, like stick to it. And if you can see, it's almost there, but I'm just going to bring it up and make sure that the pectin is released and incorporated. And make sure to keep stirring it so that it doesn't stick on the bottom. We don't want that. Timer is going off. There's lots of steam, sorry. So you can see the bubbles are like big plops. So it is gelled. It is ready. It is sticking to the back. So I'm gonna get everything set up to start jarring it up. Hot jars and hot sauce. Oof. We want a 1/2 inch headspace. Let's see how many we get. Last time I did get the 4½ pints. I don't think I will this time, but I'm switching over to 1/4 pint, so it's all good. A little bit more in that one. And there's some, enough to put a little container in the fridge. So I'm going to make sure there's no air bubbles in here. Remeasure. Wipe these sticky rims. Then a lid and a ring, just finger tight. Take off the one I didn't use. I am using 4-jar lids. I do have a discount code down below, and I had them in hot water, not up to a boil, just hot tap water soaking. They recommend that. This one has lots of stickiness. And if you have one that doesn't seal, it's probably because you didn't get this rim. There's little seeds and cranberries and a piece of the skin. Finger tight. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is already like gelling up. And to use it, you can run a knife and pour it out onto a serving dish and it will stay whole. Go. And these are my canning towels I bought. I bought a bunch of them on Amazon, and they bleach out really good, and so I'm not worried about any stains on them. So I have 1, 2, 3.5 pints is what I ended up with. I don't know, can you see the sauce that splashed on the side there? I'll have to wash this at the end. I'm putting my lid on, going to turn the heat up and bring it up to the temperature where the steam is coming out the back and the gauge shows it's at the right place. So there we go. It's just a time thing now, just a waiting game, and not even very long. It will come up to temperature really quickly, then 15 minutes on the timer, 5 minutes after that, and we're done. And how sweet is that to have that for the whole year, to give as gifts, to use, you're invited somewhere and they ask you to bring something, put some cream cheese in a serving dish and put that on top, some crackers and even veggies, and you got some little breadsticks, you got an appetizer. It's easy peasy. And here they are, out of the canner. Everything's sealed and they just look so pretty. I am excited to have them during the holidays and beyond, and I will be using them in different recipes. So thank you for joining me today as we made homemade cranberry sauce that is shelf stable and easy as pie to make. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.